My name is Eric Schneider, and I'm a professor in the Economic History department. This course video is about EH317, which is a new course I'll be teaching about infectious diseases, health, and history. The course deals with the interaction between humans and disease in the past. So how did diseases shape society and the economy? How did humans help to spread diseases? But then also, how did humans respond to disease? And how have we attempted to eradicate different infectious diseases over time? The course is really split into 4 units. The first one gives us a taste of what infectious disease was like in the pre-industrial world, and it focuses on the Columbian Exchange, that moment when Europeans first arrived in the Americas and spread all these crowd diseases to the indigenous populations. So we'll think about, well, why is it that indigenous populations were so affected by these diseases? Was this due to some kind of lack of immunity? Did it have to do with the violence and the kind of exploitation of colonialism? Why is it that the population of the Americas may have declined by, say, 95% after the Columbian Exchange? But we'll also think about how the kind of structures of the economy in the Caribbean helped to spread yellow fever and plasmodium malaria into the Caribbean, making the disease environment far worse than it had been before. So again, we're capturing that interrelationship between infectious disease and human society and economy. The second unit zooms ahead, and the rest of the course really focuses on the 19th and 20th centuries. The second unit is about the health transition. So this moment when health first started to improve. And we'll think about why it is that health began to improve in the 19th century. Was this about clean water and sanitation? Was it about improving nutrition? What kind of factors explain this? The third unit deals with health inequality. So we'll think about health differences by race, by class, and by gender, and how these changed over time. And then in the final unit, we'll look at the eradication of specific diseases at various points in time. A few of these might be plague, smallpox, and attempts to eradicate malaria, which were ultimately unsuccessful. So we'll want to think about, well, why were we able to eradicate certain diseases but not others? And what does that mean for the future of infectious disease? One of the most exciting parts of this course is getting to teach really cutting edge research that's being done in this field. And one of the places where new research is coming out literally every day is in the field of paleogenomics. This is the study of the evolution of infectious diseases over time. And so that's going to be part of especially the first unit on the Columbian Exchange, understanding where crowd diseases come from and what that means for the development of human immunity. So I'm really excited to teach that and to think more carefully about those ideas. So infectious disease was very important in shaping this society and the economy in the past. And I don't think I need to make the same arguments I would have maybe 5 years ago, that it continues to shape society and the economy today. We've all just lived through the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are living through it still. And it's affecting our lives, and it's really shaped the way that we've experienced life in the past few years. And so while this course isn't really like a history of COVID, meaning everything can be relinked back to our current predicament, certainly there are lessons that can be drawn that are of interest for understanding the way that we should be responding to COVID, and also the way that we should be thinking about future infectious diseases, not just COVID. And finally, this course really matters for today because we're going to study the eradication of certain diseases like smallpox and malaria, or the attempts to eradicate malaria. And those have links to what we should be doing today to try to get rid of infectious diseases that still plague many people in large parts of the world. And is it worth it to actually fight to completely eliminate a disease, or is pushing it so that it's very, very rare, is that good enough? These are things that we can grapple with in the final unit of the course.